Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Lisa's Coloring Corner. Jennifer Rowling with Bright Ideas paper came out with a new book. Now this is a little bit different. This is called Color Puzzle. It says decode the emotions of each puzzle. So this is the reverse side. Here is their standard color palette. Says this book contains 25 colorful puzzles, squares color by row and column. It's 8.5 by 11, 24 color palette. Very unique and exciting as well as relaxing. So if you are familiar with Belba Family, you'll know that Belba Family came out with a series of puzzle books. This is very similar to that with a few exceptions, and I'll show you that. So we have our nameplate page. And if you haven't seen these kinds of books, I'll kind of explain how to go about doing them. Now we do have an index in here, which gives a name or a title to each picture, as well as the page number. It says this book comes from the idea, oh, they do give them credit. That's awesome. You don't see that all the time. Of Belba Family books. Yes, Belba Family has done a tremendous job and really took in the considerations of the coloring community. The style is so unique from anything else. It's not your regular color by number. Each set of pages has a grid on the right-hand side, and the left side holds a clue for what the solution to the coloring puzzle might be, the colors to be used, and the coordinates to where to put each color. The coordinates are very easy to follow, and it's so fun to watch the picture come together as you plot the points by coloring in the corresponding box. Solving a box whilst enjoying seeing the picture come to life. Love how the images turn out, and the square spaces are spot on, not too big or too small. Enjoy. So, it's awesome that they gave credit to Belba Family for coming up with this type of book first. I appreciate that immensely. So here we have our first picture. As they stated, we have the coding, if you want to call it that, on the left-hand side and our grid on the right-hand side. And again, I'll explain this for those of you who are not familiar with this type of coloring. So over here we have our colors, and they correspond with the palette that's on the back of the book, along with a number. Here is what they call the information. So all oranges are going to be in, so P30. If we look over here, we are going to find across the top letters. Once they get to Z, they do double letters, where I believe Belba goes with capital letters and then lowercase letters. They went with all capital letters and then double. No, I take that back. They went with AA, AB, AC, and so on. So all of your columns are letters, and then all of your rows are numbered. And they do kind of have a 10 by 10 grid to them. So again, we have P30 and like Q28, Q29. All of those are orange. So let's go and find P, which is here, and you would go down to row 30. So if you follow P down, here is the square, and you can't even see. Here would be the square that would be orange. Now, whether you want to use the X method, like I always do, or whether you want to color it in solid, do the dot method, whatever you want to do, that one would be orange. And then you continue on with the rest of the oranges, just following each plotting coordinate. And these are a lot of fun. So then you go on to your dark blue. Here we have S29. Now, if it's a higher number, say 30s to 40s, they also have it along the bottom. Or if we're on like AF, your numbers are also along the right-hand side. So it kind of helps you follow, which column and which row. So that one was S29. So we go to S, and you go up to 29. So that one, if I can follow my eye here, would be dark blue. Okay, does that make sense? So this particular picture is only going to use these 7 colors out of the entire color palette. And you can see there's not that much to color in. So this is a relatively easy one to do. Let's zoom back out so you can see the entire book. So there is puzzle number 1 called Tetris. Now, of course, as I'm doing the flip through, you're not going to see any pictures. This one you can see only has 6 colors, but a little bit more to it. We have a lot of black in this particular one. Now, I don't know if they have backgrounds. This one, with not having much colored in, I'm almost assuming doesn't have a background to it. Then we have this. Light blue is all the rest. Well, I haven't seen that. So I'm almost assuming the background's going to be light blue. This one, as you can see, there are only 4 colors, but there's a lot to each color. Now, what I like to do when I do these, as I color one in, I cross it off, so you can keep track. Now here is E24, E25, and E26. What I had suggested to Belba family was, instead of listing them separately, you put E24-E26. That way you know there's 3 in succession. So I don't know. That was just a suggestion I had given to them. A little bit easier to follow, because sometimes I would do E24, come to cross it off, and it's like, oh, I got 2 more right there, but yeah. So this one's a pattern in the Moonlight. So most of these don't have a ton of different colors in their palette. That one has 8. Here's 9. Oh, look at the pink. Wow. Lots of pink in that one. Again, only 4 colors, but a lot of yellow. So I'm not going to flip through every single page because, yeah, it doesn't pay to. This one, again, tons of color. When you look at this, you can almost assume this one's colored in completely. Lots of yellow, green, and something like that too. So there are, like I said, a couple of differences in this book from Belba families. And I do kind of like what they did, because one of the problems that we originally had with the Belba family books, and I was working with them when they created their puzzle books, was if we wanted to use alcohol marker and we were coloring in with alcohol markers, it bled through onto the code coordinates for the colors. So what this company did is they created a section also, and it's called Guide, and it says if you want to tear a separate guided paper. So what this whole section is it is duplicates, let's get to the very first one, of this page. So if you're coloring an alcohol marker and you're going over the top of this one, you wouldn't be able to see this, right? So you can cut these out and then use them when you're completing those other pictures. So here we have number 2 that would have been covered up with alcohol marker. And another nice thing is, if you want to cut these out and maybe these numbers are too small, you could enlarge it, right? You could possibly copy it if they were too small. Maybe put them landscape. Some of these get, you know, a little bit small if you have a harder time seeing, you know, the little letters and numbers. So yeah, I thought that was really nice that they gave you a separate section that duplicated this. And then another thing that they did is, like, look at that one. That one's pretty teeny. Starry Night. Ooh. From the look of that, that one's going to be all colored in too. But after all of these guides, they also have an answer key. Now it is only in black and white, but it does give you what the pictures are. So look away if you don't want to see the answers. So yeah, as you can see, some of them do not have backgrounds. Oh, isn't that cute? Oh, these are adorable. And then some of them are landscape. So I can't wait to see what, you know, these would be in color. Oh, look at Starry Night. No wonder. That's a whole page full of codes. Happy Easter. Aww. I don't want to say anything about it for those of you who are not looking at the answers here. Okay, I'll cover this one up. I'm done with the answers. Here we have our thank you page, and you can follow them on Instagram at bright.ideaspaper and on Amazon, Bright Ideas Paper Publishing. So again, this particular book is by Jennifer Rowling, and again, the publisher is Bright Ideas Paper. They also have an email, bright.ideaspaperpublishing@gmail.com. So, and then you have a blank sheet at the back if you want to match up your colors here. So, yeah, these types of books are awesome. And again, I thought it was awesome of them to give Belba Family credit. I'm assuming they had permission from them to create a book so similar to theirs. So I will, as usual, leave a link down below in the description to this particular book. I have no idea whether they're going to be coming out with more like this or not. But yeah, I think it's awesome. Like I said, these are a ton of fun. If you have any questions in regard to how to complete these, and I didn't answer it in the video, just let me know down in the comments below. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing the flip through of this new type of coloring book by Jennifer Rowling, aka Bright Ideas Paper Publishing. If you did, please hit that thumbs up. It really does help the channel. And subscribe if you're new to my channel. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. And as always, happy coloring. Bye, guys.